Hi, I'm going to share an awesome tip I learned from the Center for Mindful Eating. You can find them on their website at www.tcme.org. They explain how we can use mindfulness to help us manage cravings. They teach that mindfulness can help us learn to ride the waves of cravings and help us make healthier choices. Let's think of a scenario. So it's late in the evening and suddenly we're gripped by this urge for our favorite ice cream. Cherry gelato. We dig in, we have that first heavenly bite. Before we know it, we've eaten the whole thing or worse. Then comes that feeling of feeling uncomfortably full, the guilt, the shame of losing control and succumbing to our craving. We vow next time to overcome that craving using our willpower. But inevitably, these cravings and urges, they happen, they're normal. And before we know it, we can become gripped by fear and anxiety. Control can begin to slip away from us, and then we can get involved in that vicious circle, having that behavior happen over and over again. We can use mindfulness to help us work with this craving. So one thing to keep in mind is having that urge or that craving, that intense feeling of desire, is not the same as acting out that behavior. And that's an important thing to remember. Our thoughts are not the same as our actions. G. Alan Marlatt is a psychologist and mindfulness advocate who coined the phrase urge surfing. So he recommends that rather than feeling the need to control and obliterate a craving, he suggests that we sit with that craving and notice and observe that craving. So we can use mindfulness to observe the craving without judgment. And with continued practice and observation, when a craving arises, it can actually prompt a sense more of curiosity rather than that typical reaction to quickly respond and start maybe overindulging in something. If we think about it, a craving can be thought of like a wave. So it begins to build in intensity, it'll reach a peak intensity, and then it'll subside and drop off. So with continued mindfulness practice, with observing without the judgments, we can learn to ride the waves of cravings. We can turn our crave into a wave. I'm going back to my ice cream. For more information, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Have a healthy day. Delicious.